Well, here I am coming into downtown El Paso, and if you notice on the right, there's a cable car system, and I was a nervous wreck trying to stay away from that rail, which would not be good. So actually, El Paso is really a very nice city, kind of a mix of 50s architecture and current architecture, modern architecture. People very friendly and accommodating. So I'm going to show a few pictures, I think, at the end of a hostel that I stayed in, really right in downtown. Well, now that I've gotten to El Paso, that is the end of Section 2. There are 7 sections across the country, and that means I've completed 2 sections, or about 860 miles. So I wanted to just provide maybe a brief recap of a couple key points. I made a couple notes here I'll refer to. The high was definitely that pass of a few days ago. The climb was good and the view was great, just tremendous with the snow. The low point was the 45 miles from or to Silver City. The wind there was just incredible, and it just made for an incredibly hard day, a tough day. So if there was a low, that was it. I have fallen twice, both of them low speed, tip over, land on your hips or your shoulder. Last one kind of bruised my wrist a little bit, but I'm learning a little bit more on how to stop carefully under certain circumstances, so hopefully I won't fall too much more. As far as the bike and equipment, overall, working real well. Very happy with the bike. No problems. I've made a couple slight adjustments or tightened a few things, but it's working very well. And as far as the camping equipment, I've obviously got some experience with that equipment, so no problems with it. I do appreciate, and my wife sent me a few things to supplement what I had originally, and it's kept me warmer and more comfortable. So that's been very useful, and I'm going to hang on to most of that equipment, at least for this next section, which I know can be a little bit cool as well. As far as camping versus the hotel, I've probably done 50-50 at this point. Camping is fine in the good weather, but it gets a problem when it's cold or rainy. And boy, there's nothing like a hot shower after a 70-mile day to make you feel human again. So wherever I can find a hot shower, that's definitely what I'm looking for. As far as distances, I've been shooting to do 45 to 50 a day. I'm probably averaging a little more than that in many cases. And the reason for that is that there's really nothing in between these towns. So I have to go distances in order to get some services, even a convenience store or camping. So it's pushing me, I think, to go a little farther than I might like to. Now, the days have been good in the sense that I start early. It just means going later in the afternoon than I might have planned. But it definitely seems as though I'm going a little further than that 45 on average. Okay, I guess that's probably the key things. I'm thankful for all the support that I continue to receive, and it's hard to relate to me, or to you guys, that the number of people that I meet and I relay, the whole CASA story, how supportive they are, how interested they are in the nature of it, and the interaction as a advocate, that kind of thing. So people are interested. People know that children are one of our most valuable resources. and they're very receptive to the message. So we'll continue to spread that awareness. And again, I appreciate all the support that I'm getting from home as well. Home and, as for that matter, all the CASA chapters. Thank you. I stayed at the Gardner Hotel Hostel in downtown El Paso, kind of a 20s, 30s motif that they have throughout the facility. And what really was interesting is John Dillinger, a renowned gangster, stayed at this hotel prior to him going to Tucson, where I believe he was killed. So that was pretty interesting.